Marco Rubio actually put out a video on Twitter saying to people they should be able to pay their own debts off because of the $10,000 debt relief that Joe Biden just gave to people, which when you see how much, about sevenfold the price of college has gone up since I was in about 25 years ago, you'll understand how ridiculous it is, the cost of higher education, and you need higher education to get key jobs. So Biden did what was right. Marco Rubio was $100,000 in debt, he said, but he wrote a book. That literally is what he said to people. I wrote a book, because you can write a book too. You can also use your government position and influence and free TV time and whatever to get a nice big advance and get out of debt. Anybody can do that, right? Guy down the street, working at a coffee shop, person who mows lawns, who we just heard outside. I mean, it's easy. Marco was able to do it. Why the hell wouldn't you be able to do it? Here's something else you don't know about Marco Rubio, and it was explored a little bit during 2010, but not nearly enough. And so now we're going to revisit it, because the fact that Marco Rubio had the gall to stand up and question anybody else's ability to pay off debts is incredible. The guy didn't have a job because he was too busy running for office. He wanted he was at a lust for power, let's call it, as to steal a Star Wars line. And his house was foreclosed upon, but guess what he did have? As one of the House Speaker in Florida, one of 6 Republicans to have access to the Republican House, to the Florida Republican credit card. Goody. Wow. I don't have that. Do you? Can you put expenses on there? So, maybe you put a couple hundred, right? $100 expenses on there. 1,000. No, $160,000. Let's read it. He used it to repair his minivan. Ooh. Well, that was really nice of him. And he did so much more. He spent on everything. Let's see, I want to get the exact quote for you, but it says here, everything from $10.50 movie tickets to $10,000. Wow, that's on other personal expenses. That's kind of impressive, and actually not nearly enough. And I had it in front of me and it disappeared for a second. So we're going to find it, because you need to know exactly what happened and exactly what little Marco spent. There we go. I owed over $100,000 in student loans. I got elected to the Senate. I had $100,000 still in student loans. I was able to pay off because I wrote a book from that money. I was able to pay for it. Again, like anybody else. Insulting everybody. Anybody who can't do that and can't just write a book because they're a U.S. Senator, obviously, is failing. Let's get to what really happened. The Tampa Bay Times-Herald obtained Rubio's statements from 2006 and 2007, showing he routinely charged personal expenses from a $10.50 movie ticket, there you go, to a 4-day $10,000 family reunion. Any of you take $10,000 family reunions and just put it on the Florida GOP credit card? It's really nice to not be in debt from something like that, isn't it? What else did little Marco do when not slurping down water at a breakneck pace? Which I hope, by the way, he can speed up his slurping of water, because as he ignores the climate crisis and Miami gets flooded on high tide days and storms, he's going to need to slurp water a lot quicker than he did during that pathetic response to the State of the Union. Maybe he can become like the guy that bails out the boat, with the bucket. He'll slurp up enough water and spit it out somewhere. He needs a super hero kind of power like that. But we'll get back to this. From January of 2005 until October of 2008, Marco charged $160,000 in party-authorized expenses. His minivan, home, movie ticket, family reunion, travel, personal items. It was all okay for Marco. And that's why he had no debt. That in a book. If you can have a book and you can find a local Republican Party to give you a credit card, carte blanche, and say, run off with it, you also can have no debt, like Bible Thumper there. I wonder if he's found a good Bible quote for his little fake act as a religious nut to send out. I'm sure Jesus said something about, "Thy will spend thy Florida GOP card funds on thy minivan." He's a fraud. He once called Donald Trump a con man, and then he joined in the con. Who's the con man now? Guys, thanks for watching. I love this channel. It's been growing. We've got excellent commenters. Please comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, like things. We're growing, and I'm loving it, and we're going to add a lot more content. We got maybe a second person joining who's going to add some content, although mostly still be me. And you can find me at Twitter on Cliff Schecter. Thank you.